Hello, I'm Sifu Lawrence Hill. Welcome to Systems Within Systems. You can find me on systemswithinsystems.com, and that will connect you to all the sites. Okay, so as you know, these are all unedited, outside, a lot of noise, motorcycles and birds and people and whatnot. So bear with that. Plus, I'm doing this by myself. I'm not the most tech-savvy guy, as you guys know. Eventually, hopefully, when my guy gets down, we could connect the doctor that I'm going to show some of these techniques to you on the site, that you can also see what he's doing. And I'm going to maybe change it just a little bit for those who do not want to breathe through their mouth. Obviously, he's a very compassionate man, and the nurse that's with him, and really just wants to reach out to people if they get this disease. I think it's good to start to practice your breathing before you get the disease, and if you have the disease, to expand on the lungs, since it attacks that a lot, and help with the breathing, especially if you're home and you're having some problems with that in general. All right, so the techniques really goes through 5 cycles, and then on the last part of the technique is, I said it reminds me of the sound a little bit. You let out a cough, and then you do the cycle again for another 5 cycles, and then on the 6th one you let out a cough. And then from there you will lay down on your bed, face down, right, with a pillow, and you will breathe in deeper breaths, deep breaths, not normal breaths, just deep normal breaths, and try to get your body and your lungs to expand and relax a little bit. And then, if you want, you could sit up and start doing some different type of breathing, as we teach you some different type of techniques in breathing in this series of the breath and dealing with stress, and as well as increasing your breathing and your emotional content, being aware of the moments that you're in. Okay, so the difference is the doctor is breathing in and out through his mouth. So his breaths are coming in, going, and then he's relieving the breath. Now that's cool. You guys could do that. I prefer to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, or in through the nose and out through the nose. You will have to experiment with a little bit and see which way works the best. But the idea is to really get the expansion on the lungs. Not breathing through the mouth will try to help you with the dizziness. Now, he did it standing up. You could do it sitting down, in a better position with your hands together here, and in a sit position, just breathing in, or going in through the nose. The idea is to expand the lungs. And when you take a pillow after you do this session and you lay down, he also points out that the lungs are mostly on the back. That's why you lay down on the front, more to the back than the front. And by laying on the back, you can cause all different types of problems. Also, when you lay in the back, when you're trying to sleep normally and whatnot, you're also going to have problems. Maybe, try to lay on your side. Most people do not lay on their front, so the side is a little bit better, I would assume, than laying on your back. I tend not to sleep on my back, more of the side. The front is just a little bit difficult, having my face in the pillow or moving from one side to the other. Sometimes I wake up with a stiff neck. All right, so you may want to also try to change your habits a little bit. All right, so when you breathe in, you hold it for 5 seconds, and then you breathe out. Okay, and then you breathe in and you hold it for 5 seconds, and then you breathe out. You do that 5 times. Okay, after the 5th time, you breathe in and then you let it out with a cough. So on the video that I saw with this doctor, he was breathing in this way, and then letting out. Held it for 5 seconds. Approximately 5 seconds, right? See, that would tend to make you a little bit dizzy because of the way that you're breathing and bringing everything in. So if you can breathe through your nose and still get the same expansion to the lungs and the chest, and out through the nose, or in through the nose and out through the mouth, that would probably alleviate some of the dizziness and the lightheadedness you would feel from from the type of breath. So I prefer, when I do it, my hands are usually down at my front, and I'm going to keep them by my belly button, a little bit below the belly button, which will help for the more advanced breathing that I'm going to be doing. And I'll come in. Or you can breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, which would be more this way. Actually, that feels pretty good. Okay, 5 times. On the last cycle, you cough, big cough. And sometimes stuff may come up. You may bring up some phlegm and stuff like that, and that's good. All right, so that's a good thing. Whatever comes up, okay? So you may want to have a cup there or a napkin or something to leave it, especially if you've already contracted the virus, okay? So again, that's 5 cycles, cough, and then 5 cycles again, then cough, and take a pillow, lay down on the bed with a pillow pressed against your chest, and just breathe in. However you're comfortable. Just lay there till you start to relax a little bit, then get up and, you can repeat it. You could do it over again. It's a very strong, powerful exercise. I think it will help a lot. In combination with the other breathing that we're going to be doing, or that I show you, just standing here this way and relieving your, for stress. Take those deep breaths. Your hands can even be at your sides. And on my prior videos, we talk about that a little bit as well. So you may have to seek them out and look a little bit. So again, on this one, just breathe in. Okay? I even felt some stuff come up there. Okay? So that's good. And I'm not sick. Well, at least, maybe other types of sickness, right? So then after you do that, you repeat that cycle again. Lay down, chest, right? Pillow to your chest. Lay on your chest. Lay down flat. And then just have basic breaths. If you have already contracted the disease, I think this is going to be a great help to you, especially if you're at home or in the hospital and you don't have, the proper tools and stuff that you need to help with your breathing. This will definitely help with that. And I think it's a good suggestion to even start to practice this before you contract anything, just to get a better idea of the breathing. In the next video, I'm going to show a more advanced breathing, which will probably be a little bit longer in discussing. But you guys can try that as well, and also as a prelude to this. But this is a very simple technique. It's very easy to do. Anybody could do it. It deals very much with expanding the lungs. If you notice, I'm expanding my chest, I'm letting everything, and I'm letting it out. And on this particular one, I breathed in through my nose and out through my mouth. On my type of training, normally it's just in and out through the nose, but it doesn't really matter. And remember, guys, hear the breath. Hear the breath. Thank you for watching. Grow, learn, teach.